this recording why I don't want to be a blank nor a blank. C'est confusion, c'est factor. And why I don't really want to be even in existential existences at this moment. Okay, at all, not really. Here's why. Because I realize that to be a blank, c'est confusion. To be a blank, c'est factor. To be anything, to be in existence at all, to be an existential existence, to be existentially existing at all, is beyond my pre-desired. Do you follow this? Okay, moving forward. Let's go. So what happens when everything is wrong? I talk about this all the time. It never gets old for me because it's extremely old. It's pre-old post. But it never gets old in the sense that it makes no sense. So I have to talk about things that make no sense because nothing makes sense. Who follows this? Okay, probably no one. All right, well, I'll continue. No, I think people know what I'm saying. Right? You know it at an esoteric, you know it at a level of levels, don't you? That nothing makes sense, don't you? I'd say you don't you. You know that nothing makes sense. Okay, moving forward. Moving ahead with this line of intelligent reasoning, this intelligent reasoning. So let's go back. I do not want to be a blank. So you're going fusion. I do not want to be a blank. So you're going factor. I do not even want to be existentially in existence at this moment in present momentness. Present momented, here and nowness. Do you follow this? Because at this moment I am dealing with things that should not be, that song by that band that they rock. Dealing with things that should not be. It's not that band that has a former Megadeth member in it, or the opposite. Someone left, came another band. I'm talking about things that should not be. Things, as in plural. One of those things. Let's go this. Let's take this route. Back to the song title. One of those things, the malware. It's malware. It's like that song. It's malware. 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 It's not real. It doesn't resemble real even. To those of us that have a depth of soulfulness, spirituality. To those of us that have a depth of spiritual soulfulness, awarenesses. It doesn't even resemble something else that's partially, slightly more than entirely fake. More than entirely fakest. Do you follow? Whoever is listening to this, I'm going to post this maybe someday. This recording will be posted on youtube.com. Eventually. Today is June 8th, 2024, also known as 8 June 2024. Dos cero, dos cuatro. Dos cero, dos cuatro. Dos cero, dos cuatro. So I'm going to keep going back to this so I can go in other directions too. Like what? I don't even want to be a blank. Or go, how about this? I do not want to be a blank. Say rimi con fusion. I do not want to be a blank. Say rimi con la palabra factor. There's nothing blank about it. There's nothing blank orientedness about it. Se rime con la palabra tearfulness. Okay. However, it is abysmally abysmalist, you know? Everything, every quote thing and go to non-things. I said moments before I began this recording. I said, I don't even want to be in existence, existentially, in existence, because why? Everything is fake. I'm just gonna keep going over this like a lawnmower, like a cartoon lawnmower. Everything is cartoonishly malware, non-weird, non-science, non-relatabilityness. There is nothing even realness. Let's go back. There is nothing even a cartoon speck of cartoon realness. Cartoon orientedness. Cartoon orientedness is. It's that fake. Fakest. It's that fake. Fakest. It's that fake. Fakest. It's that fake. Fakest. It's like that movie. She says, oh, it's the malware. She says, oh, it's the malware. She says, oh, it's the malware. I'm inserting intonations and alternate dialogue in. Dialogue. She said, oh, it's the malware. Oh, it's the malware. Oh, it's the malware. She says, oh, it's the malware. She says, oh, it's the malware. She says, oh, it's the malware. Because the hijo enters the enclosed area called a bedroom and says, what is it? What's the matter? Oh, it's the malware. Oh, it's the malware. Oh, it's the malware. Intonationally signifying what? Again. This has happened before. Does the hijo say, oh, of course it has happened before. I'll deal with this. No, he says, I'm going to deal with this. She says it like it's happened before. This is very important. Says it like this has happened before and you should know, and he acts like, oh, I know. Truth is, it's never happened before, and she's not irritated with the mailman. I'm going to end this video with that. The factualness is what? She is not irritated with the mailman. Has nothing to do with him, her, he, she, they, hey. So it's never happened before. The ego acts like, well, behaves like, well, of course. Of course you're irritated with the blank. Of course it's his fault. Her fault, their fault, their fault. His fault, he, she, they, hey. Immediately takes matters into his own hands and says, hey, she's in there bawling its eyes. It's in there bawling its eyes out, and you know what? Boom! Slams the door in its face. End of discussion. Have a good night. Have a good night. That's all I got. Remember this. It says, it's the malware. It's the malware. It's the malware.
Whatever.
It's the malware. It's the malware. It's the malware.
Forget it.
It's the malware. It's the malware. It's the malware. Implication again, and you know, and he damn well knows it's his fault, or her fault, or she, they knows it's their fault. Its fault. Its fault knows it's its fault. Immediately, the hijo does the demonstrably chivalrous, sonly duties and says, "Oh, you know, it's in there bawling its eyes out, and you know why, and so do I." Boom! Slams the wooden puerta de metal. Boom! 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 End of discussion. This robot cartoon is going, check please. Like, it's like, I didn't do anything. It says I didn't, it's saying to itself, I didn't do anything. Okay. I guess she's making stuff up again. Alright, have a good night. I guess it's making stuff up again, Michael. This actor's name is Michael. No, the human being portrayed by this actor was named Michael. Anthony and Michael C. Thomas says, it's in there bawling its eyes out, and you know damn well, and I know fucking, I filthy know it's all your fault too. But intonationally, it is spoken as if this has happened before, and it damn well knows, and the son, this hijo, so I'm going to do the demonstrably chivalrous action. I'm going to immediately confront the situation that this damsel in distress, cartoonishly appears to be incapable of doing for itself. Good night. Have a good night.